people, they are getting a taste of their own medicine. They are getting a taste of their own medicine. And let me tell you something. They don't like it. They can't handle it. You know how sometimes medicine don't taste so good, especially when we were children, for the most part, most of us. When we were children and we had to take that liquid medicine and it didn't taste good, like Tylenol and stuff like that. Now these days they have flavor. They have like cherry and whatever other flavors they have. I know cherry is very popular in cough medicines, cough syrups, and different kind of syrup medicine, liquid medicine. And so back in the day, they didn't have them flavors. When I was younger, they didn't have the flavors. We just had to take it, and it was not that great. Sometimes they tried to make it taste at least decent. Either way, Kingdom people, it didn't taste so good. And the thing is that we had to take it because that medicine was going to help us. That's what they told us anyway. And for the most part, it did. It actually did, Kingdom people. And so here's the thing. In this case, these people getting a taste of their own medicine, it don't taste so good, but they can't even digest it. You know, we take medicine and we go ahead and we digest it. You know, we deal with it. We do what we got to do. Now, to bring this to reality, what they did towards us, I wouldn't say we digested it, but we took it. We handled it gracefully, for the most part, for some of us at some point, because it took us a minute. You know, sometimes right away you don't respond the best because you in training, you learning how to properly respond. You don't know, but through your experience with them, you learn. Oh, okay. God started showing you some things. He started letting you know what their intentions are, and he started showing you how to properly respond. Because you never want to give in to the devil, but before you understand what's happening, you kind of do. You just kind of responding or even reacting, and then we learn how to not react but respond. And sometimes, well, all the time, no response is a response. That's your response. Nothing. And in many of these cases, that's exactly what your response was. These people were doing all kind of stuff towards you. You were aware. You even knew the dark magic and the stuff they were doing in the underground world, in the background, the people they were paying, because God made you aware. They was doing all kind of stuff towards you. It may have even showed up in your environment or showed up with you physically just to make you aware that something was going on. Someone was doing something towards you along with God telling you. You just dealt with it. You took it. Kingdom people, it may not have felt so good, but to be honest with you, Kingdom people, it was kind of like medicine. And what do I mean by that? Medicine is supposed to be good for us. It's supposed to make us better. Guess what, Kingdom people? What they did towards you actually made you better. As I've already stated, it was training. It made you stronger. It educated you. It made you knowledgeable. It made you even immune and even stronger to attacks because you took it. When you can take something and deal with it and not get bitter, not be revengeful, not be sour, not be negative, but level up in it, but have a positive outcome, still trusting God, it makes you better. It's what you do with it. You know that saying, it's not what happens to you, it's how you respond to it. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Well, Kingdom people, these things were happening for you. Scripture tells us, Romans 8:28, all things work together for the good of those who love the Lord and are called according to his purpose. It's working for your good. This is all work for your good. That medicine made you better. It's working for your good. They didn't mean it as medicine to you. They didn't mean it to make it better. To make you better. To make it better, but to make you better too. They didn't mean it for that. They were trying to break you down. They were trying to stop you, block you, destroy you. Even some were even trying to take you up out of here. But it made you better. Now, what's happening, kingdom people, is all that has gone back to them. And no, kingdom people, you didn't do no return of sender. We don't do return of senders over here. It just returns to sender, because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And every tongue that rises against you shall be condemned. It got to go back to where it came from. Those who curse you will be cursed. That's what God said. He will curse those who curse you. So when they try to curse you, I like to say try, because they can't really curse you, but their intention is to curse you. So because their intention is to curse you, to harm you, to destroy you, well, that's what has to be done to them. Now, it is medicine for them, but they don't like it. They can't digest it. They can't take it. In other words, they can't take it. You know how you just took it and it almost seemed like nothing wasn't even happening to you? Because that's the way they was looking, like, you know, they act like, they felt like you acting like nothing wasn't even being done to you. Nothing wasn't even happening. And even if something appeared to be somewhat like something was happening, it was very minimal. And that's because no weapon formed against you shall prosper. The weapons may form, but they won't prosper. If somebody is aiming to put I'm just going to use this as an example, a debilitating illness on you to where you actually can't function. Let's just say you become bedridden. You can't work no more. You can't move around. If they literally aim to do something like that, and people do that. Many of y'all know, yeah, it's crazy, but these people are crazy. They demonic. They're very diabolical. They have satanic mindsets. Anyway, if they aim to, because the whole idea, think about what I said, debilitating, is to debilitate you, to keep you from being able to function. Because if you keep functioning, you're going to prosper. Anyway, it may show up on you as maybe you have a headache, and so you might have to take some time to rest and won't be able to get certain work done for some time being, because you got to recover from the headache. Maybe you have an injury on your wrist. Maybe you break your wrist. Something like that. I'm just using these as an example. It showed up. But here's the thing. The weapons formed. You got a headache. You got a little wrist injury. But it didn't prosper. In other words, you ain't debilitated to where you still can't function. Maybe you have to recover, but you can still function. You can still go on and do what you need to do. And the thing is this, kingdom people, it didn't do what they intended. It didn't do what they intended. So here's the thing. Even with that, what it did do minimally, it makes you better. Let me tell you how. You learn to just, I want to say, take it with a grain of salt, quite literally. In other words, you understand that, okay, the weapons form, but even if God allow it, because see, God got to allow it to, you know, affect me in some kind of way, it's just minimal. That makes you better. That lets you know that God not going to let them take you out. God not going to let what they want to do, you know, prosper over you. Furthermore, You have to keep pushing through. You have to keep trusting God. That makes you better to understand, yeah, this might come. It might be some little stuff, but I got to keep going. I got to keep trusting God. And here's the thing, kingdom people. These are things that could happen anyway. Because of life. We have injuries. We get headaches. We have oopsies. And no one don't necessarily have to be doing anything towards us to cause it. It's just part of life. However, probably surprisingly to some, to many, sometimes it's someone at the root of, or, at the root of why certain things are happening. Many a times people just not aware. Many a times we weren't aware. Again, it's not always the case. But I'm saying that to say, when you look at it that way, well, I think this could have happened anyway. Even if you understand, this is happening because this was what they was trying to do, but God only allowed this to happen. That makes you better. That gives you hope, so to speak. That's a thing where it, like I already said, it can't take you out. They can't take you out. God let you know it's just gonna do this. That's it. Keep on moving. And what you learn how to do, or what you're doing, learning how to do, but doing, is persevering. And scripture even talks to us about persevering and how, what's the scripture? But it helps without endurance. When you persevere, when you endure, you learn how to persevere. And so that medicine, because it's medicine for us, what they throwing at us, they just don't intend for it to be medicine. They don't intend for it to make us better. It's medicine for us. But as I said, when it come back on them, kingdom people, it ain't medicine for them. They're getting a taste of their own medicine. They don't like it. It's not good. They can't handle it. Understand this, kingdom people. You have God. They don't. You walk upright before God. They walk upright or downright with the devil, should I say. So they don't have that protection I just spoke of that you have. If something prosper on them, it's going to prosper and do just what it was set out to do. Now, while God may still have some mercy for them, because he do, to some extent, he get them mercy, and as they keep going with their nonsense, that mercy go down and down. In other words, these things that come back on them, they affect them worse and worse as time go on, because God gives them a chance to, stop, to get it right, to change their mind. And if they continue, then he got to just let them get it hardcore, what's coming to them. But they can't handle it the way you handling it. And they notice this, kingdom people. They understand that things are coming back to them, but they not as chill as you are about it. And they notice the difference because they watch you to see how these things are affecting you. And while they may be putting on, trying to act like everything cool, you don't be putting on. Even when you working through and pushing through things, you be cool. Don't mean it's easy. Don't mean, but listen, I'm just going to say it like this. You learn how to endure. It becomes second nature to you dealing with this kind of stuff. Because it is. That's what it is. It's part of what comes with this walk. You learn that. You get that. Make no sense to be whining and crying about it, even though sometimes you might have to just have a moment and cry. I recently actually had a little moment, because God had been ministering to me, and then he brought somebody along to minister it to me, how, when if God is blessing you and prospering you, hardship's gonna still be there, warfare gonna still be there. You just get better at handling it. But just having, it just be put to me in a way like it's still gonna be stuff. God gonna open doors. He gonna make ways. He gonna bless you. He gonna prosper you. And ultimately, he's doing it all for his glory. And listen, kingdom people, because he's doing it all for his glory, you still got an enemy that's coming after you, because that enemy don't want God's glory to be glorified, if you will. And the enemy understands that God is being glorified through you. So that's why he come at you so hard, to get you to give up, to get you to say forget it, to get you to let God not continue to have his way in you. And of course he used his imps. He used those that he pretty much have. Those who are still in the yoke of bondage, trying to get you entangled in the yoke of bondage. But you say, no. You stand ye therefore in the liberty wherewith Christ has set you free. And you are being not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. And so kingdom people, they went through their extremes to try to yoke you up in bondage. After you done got free. And now they double yoked up in their bondage. Did you hear what I said? Double? It's too much. It's too much and they can't handle it. They getting a taste of their own medicine and they cannot handle it. And as I already said, you ain't had to do nothing. You ain't doing nothing but walking around, minding your business. They all tied up and yoked up. And it's not funny or fun and games. But this is what it is. This is what they've done to themselves. What they were trying to do to you, they have brought it back to themselves double. And I'm just reminded of Job and how Job went through, but he had God. And yeah, God allowed the enemy to do what he done. How was Job able to even endure all that and go through all that, even though it was, man, that was harsh? Because he had God. When it was all said and done, Job received double for all that, what some like to say, trouble. The trouble that he went through. They receiving double for the trouble they tried to send you through. Which means they not getting blessed double. They getting the mess double. They getting a taste of their own medicine and they don't like it. They trying to throw it up. They trying to get rid of it. They trying to puke it out. They trying to, I just heard, throw it on you. Still going. Trying to send it to you. That's how you got it in the first place. That's how they got it in the first place. Trying to send this craziness to you. But the reason why they trying to send it to you is because they can't take it. You know how they say they can do shit, but they can't take it? They can't even take what they sent at you, what they try to do towards you. How about that? Kingdom people, listen. These people that done all of whatever they thought they could do. They being bad enough, like the saying, big and bad enough to do. My girl say they should have went and found, they need to find something safe to do. They should have been trying to find something safe to do. Kingdom people, listen. They are now getting a taste of their own medicine.